Greetings one and all. How's everyone doing? I hope well. Out in the National Forest today. We're going to try to do a fire. I'm having helicopters today. It's like all they're doing is like a big loop around the area, so I get like a little window of filming and then would swing back, so I'd stop. And then I'd have to turn the camera on, wait for them to come back around again. So anyway, this is fire making that doesn't have to be too difficult. I'm going to show you what I've got going on. I'm going to throw in some clips of me just gathering the wood. Everything I've gathered has been already on the ground, laying on the ground, or I just broke off a few low-hanging branches that are dead anyway. I mean, the tree's alive, but the branches ahead or towards the ground are dead, or I just picked it right up off the ground. So, I know some of you guys have said, oh, don't pick up off the ground, it's wet and moist. Well, it's been really sunny, been warm, so I'm going to show you what I've got going for kindling here. Oh, and helicopter's coming back, so my window of break is coming up. it's just one of those days. You're out here trying to shoot some video, and there's a chopper flying overhead constantly. I have no idea what he's doing or what he's looking for. But holy crap. I mean, are you serious? Oh well. I guess we could just leave the footage in there, but I don't know why he's flying over though. We don't have a burn ban going. Jeez. He was really close to the tree line. What the heck is he looking for? Is he just doing random flights? Hope I got that on camera. Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Alright, so let's talk about fuel. Now, if you hear this, nice clean brake. So, see, that's good stuff. See how small this will burn very nicely. And I didn't have to go batoning anything. I didn't have to cut anything down. I just picked it up off the ground or you know, snapped it off the low tree. Now, I will say, if it was a wet day, completely different ball game. Then I'd have to go cut a tree down. So probably get down. But even on a wet day, I've still managed to get smalls and still managed to burn them with a good tinder, like birch bark. It's one of my favorites. You hear all that cracking. So that's a good sound. A really good sound. Now I try to keep the larger stuff in two piles, which I'll show you now. So here I've got the tinier fuel and a little bit bigger fuel. stuff like this is great. Okay. So what I have here is my larger fuel. Things like this. We'll go here. And then the larger stuff like this will go over here. And then I have the pile you just saw right here, the smalls, and then the sticks. And there are a few sticks intermixed in there, so I'm not going to sit there and separate every little piece. But I think it's okay to have a little bit bigger ones in there, because the little ones will catch the bigger ones, and your fire will get going. Okay, so how do you light your fire? Well, there's lots of ways to light fire. I mean, you could ball up some newspaper from home, you could use feather sticks, you could use fat wood, you could use cotton balls, you could use natural tinder that you find out here, like barks, certain barks, cedar bark, birch bark is my favorite. You can get man-made fire starters, you could dump some gasoline on if you had to, whatever works, whatever your preference is. And then there's how to start that fuel. Well, you can use a ferro rod, you can use a lighter, you can use matches, you can use flint and steel with char cloth, you can use a candle wick, lots of things. You can get candles. My typical favorite is the ferro rod, which is here. But I have lighters and I have flint and steel, so I have more than one way to start a fire. I always do. I don't have any matches today, but you know, I'm not against using a match. You strike, you have flame. I mean, I've seen people do it in cold weather, and I've seen, you know, Ray Ramirez use a match, so I don't have any problem using matches. If it's okay with Ray, it's okay with me. So let's get this fire going. So how am I going to light today's fire? How about just cotton balls and Vaseline? Seems like this is pretty much the standard go-to fire starter for everybody. As I've showed on videos before, I keep my petroleum jelly in these little tins, which I'll get a better look at here in a minute. Which I just dropped. Now, I don't like mixing mine because it kind of makes a mess and just gets all over everything, and you know, so I just have a pill container for my cotton. I'm going to use 2, because why not? Just, you know, dip it in. Dry day, so I'm not really worried about the fire lay. I'll show you this in a little bit. Make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so here's a better look. All this is a pill bottle with a little tin from Survival Resources. I just put petroleum jelly in it, packed this with cotton balls. Makes it real quick, convenient. Doesn't have to be too difficult. And I'm just going to use a lighter. This little M&M container. It's just a big lighter inside. Come on. And at the bottom I had just stuffed some cotton balls down there, so if I had to, I could just reach in and get one. So, let's get the fire going. course, always put your stuff away as soon as you're done using it, so you don't lose it. There you go. One fire. Now the only problem you have to face is where to sit so the smoke doesn't go right to your face, which happens to me all the time. And I have my fuel here. Once I have a good coal base going, so I can throw these smaller pieces on, and as the coals build up, I can add the rest of the fuel here. But since the wood is nice and dry, that's just 2 cotton balls and a little bit of petroleum jelly. She's burning nice. Unfortunately, with the downside with dry firewood is that it's going to burn up fast. So I'm not that worried about it because I'm not spending the night. I'm just going to be doing. I'm going to do a bannock and I'm going to do some char cloth. So stay tuned to the channel for those videos. All right, she's going nicely. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.